Welcome in to South Warren High School. Sam Reeves here with you once again for another edition of Duelers Baseball tonight. The Franklin Duelers, coming in with a record of 9-5, will be playing host to the Muhlenberg County Stallions. Muhlenberg 5-8 this season. They're coming off of a loss 2 nights ago against Henderson 8-4. They were off yesterday, and then coming off the off day here to South Warren tonight to face the Duelers. The Duelers, losers of 2 straight, lost at Du Bois County 2 nights ago and then lost to Hoptown here last night, looking to turn things around here tonight. Going through the starting lineups here for you. First starting with the visiting Muhlenberg County Stallions. They will start this way. Leading off will be the center fielder Garrison Goins. Hitting second and right field, Kevin Sosa. Batting third will be Brendan Williams. He's at first base. Hitting fourth will be Garrett Dennis. He is catching tonight. Batting fifth for Muhlenberg will be Logan Webb. He's at third base. Batting sixth is Justin Massingale. He's at second. Garrett Causey is the DH. He hits seventh. Hitting eighth for Muhlenberg will be Jakar Watkins in left field. And rounding out the starting 9 for Muhlenberg County is Noah Phillips. He will be the shortstop this evening. On the mound for the Stallions is Manning Webb. Again for Muhlenberg, Goins, Sosa, Williams, Dennis, Welch, Massingale, Causey, Watkins, and Phillips, with Webb on the mound. For the homestanding Duelers, again, coming in with a record of 9-5, managed by Kyle Schexnader, assisted by Will Allen and Jacob Snyder. They will start this way. Leading off in right field, Jonathan Evans. Hitting second is the shortstop, Jackson Musrock. Batting third at third base, Matt Jenkinson. Hitting cleanup is the first baseman, Jay Curtis. Batting fifth and catching tonight is Rashad Grace. Batting sixth in center field, Rashad Robinson. Batting seventh for the Duelers tonight is the DH, Jackson Norris. Hitting eighth at second base, Quincy Smith. And batting ninth for the Duelers this evening is Bryce Cape in left field, with Jacob Hernandez on the mound. Again for the Duelers, Evans, Musrock, Jenkinson, Curtis, Grace, Robinson, Norris, Smith, and Cape, with Hernandez on the mound. The umpires this evening, behind home plate, Michael Holman. The first base umpire is Joe Blumenauer, and the third base umpire is C.J. Davis. So that is how we sit. Just about 15 minutes or so until first pitch. We'll be back with one more pregame segment and then the first pitch as well after this. You're listening to Duelers Baseball on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in at South Warren High School. Again, my name is Sam Reeves. The Duelers and the Stallions about to do battle. Starting lineups are being introduced as the managers of these two ball clubs are at home plate, talking to the umpires, exchanging lineup cards, etc. And we're about ready to get things rolling here from South Warren. About ready for the anthem, so I'll take one more final break, and we'll be back with the start of this ballgame after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in up here in the press box. South Warren Ballpark alongside Gage Kaufman, Renard Grace, and Mark Castle up here helping out with various chores in the press box. Also Jay Sutherland back in his usual spot as the official scorekeeper and PA announcer for us this evening. Appreciate all of their help tonight. As we're about ready to get things going, Jacob Hernandez on the mound for the Duelers, about to make start number 3 on the season. So far for Hernandez on the year, 1-0, 9 innings total pitched with 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 7 walks, 8 strikeouts, and a 4 ERA for Hernandez. That's Jacob from Bossier Parish Community College in Houghton, Louisiana. Wearing number 3 for the Duelers this summer. The Duelers in their all-blue uniforms yet again. The royal tops, the royal pants with the blue numerals and lettering trimmed in red and gray. The visiting Muhlenberg County Stallions with royal blue uniforms with white sleeves and the gray road pants with white numerals and lettering as well. So that is how we look out there on the field this evening. The Duelers looking to snap a 2-game losing streak, coming in with a record of 9-5 on the season. The visiting Stallions at 5-3, I believe. I meant to write that down. I will double check it here. 5-8, excuse me, are the Stallions, coming off of a loss 2 nights ago. It will be 1, 2, and 3 in the order for the Stallions to start this ballgame off. Garrison Goins, Kevin Sosa, and Brendan Williams. As Hernandez gets the sign up on the rubber now. Peers in at his catcher, Grace, and the first pitch of the ball game is off the outside corner, ball one. Goins on the season, a .324 hitter, 34 at-bats, 7 runs, 11 hits, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs for Garrison Goins. The pitch is in there, strike one called. 1 ball and 1 strike your count. As Goins from Austin Peay State University in Clarksville, Tennessee. The next pitch on the ground to Curtis. That ball is foul, says the first base umpire, Joe Blumenauer, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes now. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Garrison Goins. Top of the first inning here from South Warren Ballpark in Bowling Green, Kentucky. As the Duelers wrap up this mini homestand before hitting the road tomorrow night to head to Henderson to play the Flash. The 1-2. In there, strike 3 called. Jacob Hernandez with a strikeout to start the evening. 1 up, 1 down, and that will bring up Kevin Sosa. Good start for Hernandez. Okay, for batter number 1 this evening, and Kevin Sosa steps in now. Sosa in right field tonight from Anderson University in Deltona, Florida. First pitch. Low and away, ball 1. On the season, Sosa, a 105 hitter. Next pitch is in there, called strike 1. Just 19 at-bats for Sosa, 2 hits for the 105 average. The 1-1 in the air, foul, and it is 1 ball and 2 strikes from Jacob Hernandez to Kevin Sosa, the right fielder. Second batter of the ball game, the Duelers and the Muhlenberg County Stallions, playing in their first of 2 matchups this season. The 1-2. Low, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Stallions from Greenville, Kentucky in the OVL Northern Division. The Duelers, of course, in the OVL South. 2-2. On a line to right center. Over goes Evans to make a nice running catch. And that's 2 outs here in the top of the first. Brendan Williams from Southeastern Illinois College, born and raised in Owensboro, Kentucky, will step up now. He's the first baseman tonight. Very tall, left-handed hitter. First pitch from Hernandez. Low, ball 1. On the season for Williams, a .240 batting average, 25 at-bats, 6 hits, 3 RBIs. Next pitch is line foul, first base side, and it is 1 ball and 1 strike. The Flash, like I mentioned, 5-8 on the season. A .208 team batting average, so not the best hitting team early on, as the 1-1 is in there, strike 2 called. 2-5 at home for Muhlenberg. The stat that is more applicable to today is 3-3 on the road. As the 1-2 from Hernandez is outside and low. Count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Stallions coming off of a loss at home against Henderson, 8-4 2 nights ago. Had yesterday off, and now back at it tonight. The 2-2 is in there, strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Jacob Hernandez in the top of the first, and the Duelers will come up with no score as we head to the bottom half of inning number 1 after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in the bottom of the first, Jonathan Evans, the first to dig in against Manny Webb from Brescia University. The lefty from Rockport, Indiana. First pitch to Jonathan. High, ball one. Next pitch is low, ball two. 2-0 to Jonathan Evans, leading off the bottom of inning number one. On the season, Manning Webb, 5 appearances, only 1 start, 0-1, 8 1/3 innings pitched. As the 2-0, a breaking ball is in there, strike one. 7 hits, 7 runs, all 7 were earned, 8 walks and 6 strikeouts for Manny Webb, an ERA of 7.56. Next pitch is on the ground to second. Massingale over to first. It's close, and Evans is out on the close play. A little flip from Massingale to Williams for out number one. Coming up to the plate, this shortstop, University of Memphis, number 21, Jackson Musrock, the shortstop, will dig in now. On the season, Musrock, the second highest average on the team, as the pitch is grounded to third and caught, or hit the third and caught in the air by Welch over there for out number two. Just to finish what I was saying about Musrock, came into tonight hitting .308. That's second on the team behind Sam Slaughter. Matt Jenkinson, the 3-hole hitter tonight, back at third base. Matt on the season, .277 average coming in. The pitch is high, ball one. Matt played at Roane State Community College last year and will be going up to Division II Lincoln Memorial next season. The 1-0 on a line into left field, and a solid single for Matt Jenkinson with 2 down. Up comes the cleanup man tonight, Jay Curtis, who's over at first base. Jay started the last few games at third, but Mark Castle's not in the lineup tonight, the regular first baseman, so Curtis moves over to first, and Jenkinson moves from second to third. It's Curtis from the University of Dayton in New Orleans, Louisiana. Webb's first pitch, a breaking ball, is swung on and missed. Jenkinson takes off to second, a tag not in time, as a feet first slide in there safely for Matt. He takes second base with 2 down and is now in scoring position for Jay Curtis. A hit might be able to drive in Matt from second for the first run of the game. No score here, bottom of the first from South Warren High School. An 0-1 count to Jay Curtis. The pitch. Another breaking ball low into the dirt, gets past the catcher Dennis. And Matt Jenkinson will take third base now. He's now 90 feet away. With 2 down, Curtis still at the dish. 1-1 is your count to Jay. Wearing number 38 this summer for the Duelers. Curtis on the season, .294 average this summer so far. Hit .283 last season collegiately at Dayton, as its next pitch is high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Right-handed hitter is Curtis. Matt Jenkinson takes his lead off third with 2 down. No score, bottom of inning number 1. The pitch from Manning Webb. Here it comes. And the dirt blocked just enough by the catcher Dennis to keep Jenkinson over at third, but it's a 3-1 count. A good hitter's count upcoming to Jay. He'll dig back into the box, and Webb will head back up on the rubber. From the stretch, the 3-1 pitch. On the outside corner, called strike 2, and the count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jay Curtis. Still no score here, bottom of the first. Curtis is looking to change that with a hit right here, as it's 3-2 from Manning Webb. The payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4, and Curtis will take a walk. Rashad Grace, the catcher tonight, will dig in now up into the 5 spot in the lineup for head coach Kyle Schexnayder. In limited at-bats, Rashad has been hitting the ball very well. As 14 at-bats, 6 hits for a .429 average for Grace. 1 double, 2 RBIs, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. An on-base percentage of .579. First pitch, grounded foul, third base side, strike 1. Rashad looking to continue the hot hitting. Maybe driving a run here with a knock. Matt Jenkinson off of third base with Jay Curtis off of first and 2 down. Runner takes off, no throw. Probably a smart decision as Dennis will hold on to it. Usually a throw through to second on a play like that. Jenkinson would probably try to come home. Dennis is trying to prevent that, obviously, so he'll just let Curtis take second. Second and third now with 2 down for Rashad Grace and a 1-1 count. The pitch on a line into left, 1-run scores. Schexnayder waves Grace home and will now hold him up as the throw is cut off by the third baseman. But 1 run does come across. Matt Jenkinson hits home, and it's 1-0 Duelers in the first. And Grace's hot hitting does continue. An RBI in his first debut of the day. Makes the score 1-0, Duelers on top. Chance to add on some more here. Rashad Robinson, the hitter now for the Duelers in center field. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Robinson, 22 at-bats, 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, a batting average of .273 for the University of Memphis product. The 0-1, runner takes off. Robinson fouls it off, and Grace will have to head back to first. It's now 0-2 to Robinson. Rashad has been playing both infield and outfield for the Duelers this summer. Spent a lot of time at third base and second, but back in center tonight. Curtis now on third. Grace on first. The pitch. Curveball is low and inside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rashad Robinson. The 1-2 from Webb. Grace takes off. A curveball is in the air down the line. Well foul, first base side, and it stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rashad Robinson from Mobile, Alabama, the freshman from Memphis, like I mentioned. Will dig back into the box. The right-handed hitter with 2 men on and 2 men out here in the first. The Duelers already up 1-0. The 1-2. Grounded foul third base side into the hands of Kyle Schexnayder. He'll flip it into his dugout. Count is still 1 ball and 2 strikes to Robinson. The Duelers have put 1 run on the board here in the bottom of the first and jumped out to an early 1-run lead. Looking to add on to that here possibly with Robinson at the plate. The 1-2. Fouled off and will do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. A good at bat here by Rashad, making Manny Webb work. It was usually the more pitches you see in an at-bat, the advantage will slowly tilt toward the hitter. We'll see if Rashad can come through here. A 1-2. On a line into left field. Another run will score. The runner from first moves up to second, and that's a hard hit single with an RBI attached for Rashad Robinson, and it's 2-0 Duelers right on cue. Robinson saw a bunch of pitches in that AB and came through with a solid single to left. Nice piece of hitting there with 2 strikes for Robinson. 2-0 your score. The Duelers in front, and Jackson Norris, the DH, will dig in now. 20 ABs, 7 hits for Norris, and a .350 batting average. Norris has been hitting the ball a lot better of late than he was early on in the season, which is a good thing to see. As the next pitch is a breaking ball outside, ball number 2. Two balls and no strikes to Jackson Norris. The pitch on the ground and foul. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Rashad Robinson on first base with 2 down. 2-0 Duelers your score, as I'll fix that on your screen. Jackson Norris, the hitter for the Franklin Duelers, the University of Montevallo and Rome, Georgia. Norris, the left-handed hitter. The pitch. Blooped into center. That'll get down. Another run coming to the plate. No throw is made, and that's another RBI for the Duelers this time. Jackson Norris will drive in a run, and it's 3-0. As Rashard Grace crosses home. 3-0 Duelers. As Quincy Smith will dig in now. RBIs for Grace, Robinson, and now Norris makes it 3-0. Quincy Smith, first pitch. In the air to short right down the line. That will get down fair. Another run will come around to score. Norris all the way to third. He will get in there safely with a feet first slide. Another RBI single. Make that 4 straight RBI singles for the Franklin Duelers. Makes it 4-0. And Quincy Smith will join the party. 4-0 Duelers. Bryce Cape now up, the 9-hole hitter. Runners first and third, as I'll fix your score in a second. We were scoring too fast for my scoreboard here, as the next pitch is grounded to third, into the hands of Welch, over to second, and that will finally end the first inning, but not before the Duelers jump out to an early 4-0 lead on 5 hits, 4 straight RBI singles. Makes it 4-0 Duelers after 1. We head to the second after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in, ready to begin the second. 4-0 Duelers your score, as Garrett Dennis, the first pitch to him from Hernandez, is in there, strike 1. A 4 spot in the first is a good way to get a bad taste from last night's loss to the Hoppers out of your mouth if you're the Duelers, as the next pitch is also in there. Hernandez finds the zone on the first two to this hitter, and it's no balls and 2 strikes to the catcher for the Stallions, Garrett Dennis. Oh and 2 from Hernandez to Dennis from Middle Georgia State University and Pine Bluff, Arkansas. As Hernandez took some time off the back of the mound and will now come back up on the rubber, get his sign from Grace. And the 0-2. Just off the corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A good spot there by Hernandez. Couldn't get the call, though, from home plate umpire Micah Holman. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. A drop third strike. Grace will have to throw over to first, and he does so. Jay Curtis brings it in, and that's a strikeout for Jacob Hernandez on Garrett Dennis to begin inning number 2, the same way Hernandez began inning number 1 with a strikeout. Logan Welch, the third baseman, will now dig into the box to face Hernandez. First pitch. Away, ball 1. Welch from Saginaw Valley State University in Fenton, Michigan. The pitch. Low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. (2-0) from Hernandez to Welch. The pitch. Hits the outside corner. Strike 1 on a good spot right there from Hernandez. 2 balls and 1 strike your count. Next pitch is in the air. To center. Robinson will bring it in with ease, and that's a easy second out for the Duelers here in the top of the second. Justin Massingale will come in now to the plate. Second baseman. First pitch. And there's strike 1. Hernandez working quickly, definitely found his rhythm here early on as the 0-1. Is in the dirt, ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 to Justin Massingale, the second baseman for Muhlenberg. Hernandez is the next pitch. On the ground to third, foul ball, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 from Jacob Hernandez to Justin Massingale from St. Charles Community College in Carbondale, Illinois. The pitch. And the dirt, ball 2. 2-2 your count. On the season, Massingale hitting .226. The 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3. A full count now at 3-2. On deck, if Massingale can reach, is Garrett Causey, the DH. (3-2) on a line. And past must rocket short into center. A 3-2 single for Massingale will indeed bring up Garrett Causey with 2 down. On the season, Causey hitting a measly 108. 37 at-bats, 4 hits. 2 doubles, 3 RBIs. And 26 strikeouts is not a good number. We'll see if Hernandez can possibly make it 27 right here. First pitch from the stretch. A throw over to first has the runner in a rundown. And they just call a... But what do they call over there? They called a balk. That's what I thought they called. As I guess Jacob didn't come set. You're good. As the first pitch is inside, ball one. We've had a lot of balks called across the OVL so far this season. It's been kind of a theme of late. As I don't know whether it's, just the Duelers or whether it seems to be everybody. I think it's more everybody across the league, and it seems to be very contagious. As the 1-0 is in there, strike one. One ball and one strike to Causey, the DH. Runner now on second. Takes off to go to third. Grace will throw down there the tag. Not in time, says C.J. Davis. Stolen base for Justin Massingale. Man on third, 2 down, but a 1-2 count for Hernandez. 1-2 the count to Causey. Hernandez from the stretch. The pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4-0 Duelers after a 4 spot in the bottom of the first. We are now in the top of the second. Here from South Warren Ballpark. A 3-2 count to Causey with Massingale on third and 2 down. The pitch. In the air. Short right center. Robinson will take charge and bring it in to end the top of the second with no damage done. Still 4-0 Duelers over the Stallions as we head to the bottom half after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. First pitch to Evans, bottom of the second, is in there, strike one. As Manning Webb is back out there for her second inning of work after giving up 4 runs on 5 hits in the first inning. Next pitch, low and away, ball 1. So far from Manning Webb, had 29 pitches in the first inning, now at 31. Next pitch is low and away for ball 2. 2-1 your count. So a lot of work for the Muhlenberg starter. Back out there again for the second, though. Next pitch is a breaking ball in there. Strike number 2. 2-2 to Jonathan Evans. Evans was up just an inning ago to lead off the game and grounded out to second. Actually, Webb had the first 2 guys retired before a massive 2-out rally and 4 runs scored. As the pitch is grounded into center field as Evans poked it off the end of his bat on a pitch away. But the same result, a single for Jonathan Evans. Yeah, the Duelers had 2 down and nobody on in the bottom of the first before single, walk, single for 4 runs before the 9-hole hitter Bryce Cape was finally retired to end the inning. Musrock now up. He lined out to third his first time. The pitch is in the air to right and well foul. Strike 1. Like I mentioned, Musrock coming into today hitting .308 on the season. .16 hits, 3 doubles as the next pitch is in the air. And into right, caught, throw back to first, not in time as Evans slides back in safely. Fly out to the right fielder, Kevin Sosa, for out number 1. Matt Jenkinson, the third baseman, will now come up. Jenkinson was the man that started the 2-out rally for the Duelers in the first with a single. As it's 4-0 Franklin Duelers on top here. Bottom of inning number 2 now. Pitch from Manny Webb. Outside corner, strike 1. RBIs in the first for Rashard Grace, Rashad Robinson, Jackson Norris, and Quincy Smith. Evans takes off, throw to second. In time to get him, and John is retired for out number 2. A little bit of a high throw, but a nice tag over there by the second baseman, I believe. That's Massingale to put the tag down on Evans for out number 2 as manager of the Stallions, Mark Silva, will go out and check on a second baseman and now head back to his first base dugout. 1-1 the count to Matt Jenkinson. 2 outs and nobody on now. The pitch. High ball 2, 2-1. If Jenkinson can reach, Jay Curtis will come up. 2 balls and 1 strike to Matt. The pitch. Outside off the corner, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Jenkinson, the native of Nashville, Tennessee. Ahead in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike against Manny Webb. The pitch. In the air to left center. The left fielder will call off the center fielder, and Watkins makes the catch to end the second. After 2 complete from South Warren, it is still the Duelers 4 and the Stallions nothing. We'll be back with the third on the Duelers Baseball Network. We'd like to take this time to thank some of our sponsors. They include Kundo Flooring and Installation. For all your flooring, tile, and backsplash needs, Kundo Flooring is the right choice. Contact Phil Kundo at 931-561-8607 for more information today. Also, El Mazatlan Mexican Restaurant and Grill, located at 1403 Nashville Road in Franklin. El Mazatlan is a proud supporter of the Duelers. Holly J's Bar and Grill in Franklin. You can find them at 1326 Nashville Road. They are available for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. We appreciate their continued support of Duelers Baseball. El Potrero Cantina and Grill, located at 270 Trotters Lane in Franklin. El Potrero is also a proud supporter of the Duelers. Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. If you need mortgage assistance in the Bowling Green area, contact Kelly Ann Sanders at 270-421-3157 today. Peekaview Imaging. Whether it's 2D, 3D, or 4D ultrasounds, Peekaview is the place to go for your imaging needs. You can find them at 107 Roby Street in Franklin. We appreciate their continued support of Duelers Baseball. We are back in, ready to go. Top of inning number 3. Jacob Hernandez back to the mound as Jacor Watkins will dig in. Facing Hernandez, first pitch. And there's strike 1. as it is 0-1 to Jacor Watkins. Here in the third, the 0-2. Off the corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Hernandez, the native of Houghton, Louisiana, attends Bossier Parish Community College. The 1-2 count, and the pitch is inside for ball number 2, 2-2. Jacor Watkins at the plate for the Muhlenberg County Stallions to lead off the third inning. As the next pitch is on the ground to first, Curtis brings it in and will take it himself to the bag. Tap on first for out number 1 here in the third. 9-hole hitter Noah Phillips will come into the box now from Frontier Community College in Greenville, Kentucky. Phillips hitting .229 on the season. First pitch from Hernandez. Fouled off, strike 1. For Phillips, 35 at-bats, 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 double, 3 RBIs, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts, and an OBP of .325. For the Greenville native, this 0-1 from Hernandez. Here comes the next pitch. And they're on the corner, strike 2, 0-2. Defensively for the Duelers this evening, as Rashard Grace is behind the plate, Curtis at first, Smith at second, Musrock short, Jenkinson third. The 0-2 is in the dirt. Did he go? Appeal to first. No swing, says the first base umpire, Joe Blumenauer. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Around the outfield for the Duelers, left to right, is Bryce Cape, Rashad Robinson, and Jonathan Evans. 1-2 the count from Hernandez to Phillips. The pitch. In there, strike 3 called, bottom of the zone. Another K for Jacob Hernandez to start, or for out number 2 in the third, excuse me. And that will bring up the top of the order now in Garrison Goins. That is Jacob's 4th strikeout on the day. And the lineup turns over now with 2 down, nobody on for Garrison Goins. First pitch. A foul tip into the glove of Grace for strike 1. The Duelers, 9-5 on the year, 2nd place in the OVL South, a game and a half behind the full count rhythm. Next pitch. A little bit low, maybe away, ball 1, 1-1. As the full count rhythm and the Duelers have met twice this season, one in here at Bowling Green and the other on the road in Hendersonville. Both teams each one on their home field, as the next pitch is a fly ball to deep second, and it's brought in out there by Quincy Smith to end the top of the third. No damage done. Another good inning of work from the Duelers starter, Jacob Hernandez. We head to the bottom half after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. We'd like to continue to thank our sponsors. They include Sure Stay Hotel, Bowling Green North. Located at 700 Interstate Drive in Bowling Green, Kentucky, Sure Stay by Best Western is the official hotel of the Duelers. If you're coming into town, be sure to check them out. Also, Wildfire Barbecue. You can find them at 105 State Street in Franklin. They're available for dine-in or carry-out, and they have been serving delicious barbecue in the region for over 20 years. Wildfire is the official barbecue restaurant of Duelers Baseball. Woody's Glove Repair, located in Franklin, Kentucky. Woody's brings old baseball gloves back to life and gives new ones a custom look. Offering relacing, repair, and break-in services, take your glove to the next level with Woody's Glove Repair. Also, Heidi Barks Photography. You can find Heidi at Heidi Barks Photography on social media to check out some of her work, or contact her via email at HeidiBarksPhotos@gmail.com or call 270-999-7240 to schedule your next shoot. Fresh Squeeze Goods. They offer customized laser cut and engraved gifts for every occasion. Visit freshsqueezegoods.com to start a custom order today. As we are back in, Jay Curtis will dig in for the bottom of the third. The cleanup hitter today in the lineup for Kyle Schexnayder. First pitch, a breaking ball, finds the zone, strike one. Next pitch, grounded to first. That's a fair ball. Over to the bag goes Williams for an easy first out of the inning for Muhlenberg. Rashard Grace will dig in. Now had an RBI single his first time up. Grace digs in. The right-handed hitting catcher. First pitch. Outside ball one. Next pitch is away for ball two. Grace from Southern University. The next pitch is a little bit upstairs for ball three. 3-0 the count to the Duelers catcher this evening. The 3-0 pitch is in there, finds the zone. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 from Manning Webb as he gets the sign from his catcher Dennis. Here it comes. And there's strike two as Grace flipped the bat away toward the first base dugout. We'll go back and grab it and come back into the box. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now a full count to Grace with 1 down here in the third. The pitch. On a line and into right field. A solid single for Grace. He's now 2 for 2, and his average on the season continues to climb. Man on first now with 1 down. As Rashad Robinson will now dig in. On the season now for Grace, that's 8 for 16 and a .500 batting average. First pitch to Rashad Robinson is inside and low, ball 1. That's easy math. 8 for 16 I can do in my head. Can't do much else when it comes to math in my head, but I'll take that. A .500 batting average for Grace. 1 ball and 1 strike now. As my buddy Isidro Jimenez has now entered the press box. It's good to see Izzy up here, always with a smile on his face. 1-1. That pitch is hit in the air to right center and deep. Over goes the right fielder to make the catch. Runner goes back to first. That's 2 down now for Jackson Norris. Norris had an RBI single of his own his first time up. The Rome, Georgia native, the left-handed hitter, will now dig in. With Grace on first and 2 down against the starter for Muhlenberg, Manning Webb. The pitch. Away and upstairs as well. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. The Duelers with 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors so far. The Stallions, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Next pitch. Away, ball 2. Good take right there by Norris, and he's ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Beautiful night for baseball here from South Warren High School in Bowling Green, Kentucky. As a 2-0 is a breaking ball, finds the zone for strike 1. It seems that Manning Webb, whenever he's behind in the count and needs a strike, he always goes to that curveball. And has had decent success with it so far tonight. 2-1. Swung on and missed as Norris took a tumble after the swing. Will get back up and dust himself off. And back into the box goes Norris. 2-2 the count now. Webb gets his sign, and here comes the 2-2. Away, and gets far enough away from the catcher so that Rashad can take second. 3 balls and 2 strikes. As you would think, being a twin myself, I wouldn't get Renard and Rashad confused, but it slips every once in a while, and I apologize for that. As the 3-2 swung on and missed by Norris, he goes down swinging, and that will retire the side in the third. After 3 complete, still the Duelers 4 and the Stallions nothing, as we head to the fourth after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Kevin Sosa will be the first to dig in against Hernandez here in the fourth. Number 2 hitter in the lineup for Muhlenberg. First pitch. Swung on and missed on a nice breaking ball from Jacob. Top of inning number 4. 4-0 your score. The Duelers in front. The pitch. Another good breaking ball. Finds the corner. 0-2. 0-2 to Kevin Sosa, the right fielder. Flew out to right in his first AB. The 0-2 from Hernandez. On the ground to third. Jenkinson over to get it. Fires over to Curtis. 1 up, 1 down in the fourth. Brandon Williams will come up now. Struck out looking in the first. Big first baseman wearing number 32 for the Stallions this summer. First pitch from Hernandez. On the ground, foul. It's 0-1. The Duelers, coming off of their previous homestand, were 7-1 on the homestand before hitting the road to Du Bois County a couple of nights ago, then back home against Hoptown last night in a loss. So 2 straight losses, looking to turn things around tonight, and off to a very good start. Jacob Hernandez has played a big role in that on the mound, of course, and some 2-out hitting. And the first inning with a bunch of RBIs for the Duelers has made it 4-0. It's 2-1 the count to Brendan Williams. Hernandez from the windup. And the pitch. Outside ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. As the Duelers on the road tomorrow again for a makeup game. Earlier in June, supposed to go to Henderson. The game got rained out as the 3-1 is swung on and missed. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. few weeks ago. Supposed to go to Henderson. Rain got in the way of that one, so we'll be making it up tomorrow. 6:30 Central Time is the start time there. Tomorrow evening from Henderson, Kentucky. 3-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Jacob Hernandez with strikeout number 5 on the day. And that is 2 down here in the 4th. Garrett Dennis, the catcher, he struck out his first time up. First pitch from Jacob. High, ball 1. 5 strikeouts so far for Hernandez. No walks and 1 hit allowed. Next pitch. A pop-up. Foul ball, third base side. Grace and Jenkinson to give it a look. And it falls untouched. Foul ball, strike 1. 1-1 your count. As Hernandez gets a new baseball from Michael Holman and will walk back to the mound. He gave that one a look as well. It was all 3 of them over in foul territory by the Duelers dugout. Again, the Duelers on the third base dugout side here at their home ballpark. The visiting team tonight is, of course, the Muhlenberg County Stallions. They are in the first base dugout. 1-1 the count from Jacob Hernandez to Garrett Dennis, the catcher. Next pitch. A pitch that was low below the knees is golfed out to center, and it is a 2-out single for Dennis. 2 outs, a man on first now for Logan Welch. Welch flew out to left. Bryce Cape, his first time up. Welch from Saginaw Valley State University in Fenton, Michigan. Hernandez from the stretch, first pitch, and there's strike 1. Hernandez will look in to get his sign from Grace. The 0-1 is in the dirt. Looked like maybe a slider that time, low and away for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike from Jacob Hernandez to Logan Welch, the third baseman. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch just off the corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Also like to give a quick shout out to Jacob's parents. I was talking to Jacob up in the press box yesterday and learned that you guys are from Kansas City. I have a feeling you're watching your son pitch here tonight, so that was cool to learn. I have another Royals fan on the Duelers team this year as the next pitch is hit in the air to deep center and brought in out there by Rashad Robinson to end the inning. After 3 1/2, still the Duelers 4 and the Stallions nothing as we head to the bottom half of inning number 4 after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in, ready to begin the bottom of inning number 4. A new pitcher for the Muhlenberg County Stallions. It is Nathan Mckissick from Eastfield College in Forney, Texas, the right-hander. The final line on the day for the starter, Manning Webb. 3 innings of work, 57 pitches, 35 of them for strikes. 7 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. He gives way to the right-handed reliever Mckissick now. First batter he will face is Quincy Smith. The first pitch from the side armor is in there, strike 1. To Quincy. Smith at second base today. Let's play a little bit of outfield, mostly in the corners. Started in the left a couple of nights ago. Next pitch fouled off third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Or excuse me, 0-2. Sometimes I just get a random count in my head and think that's the count instead of actually looking up at the scoreboard, and that was one of those cases. It's 0-2 to Quincy. The pitch. A pop-up, third base side. Over goes the third baseman Welch to give it a look, but it lands out of play. And the count holds at no balls and 2 strikes to Quincy. He's up there to lead off the 4th, the 9-hole hitter Bryce Cape, and then to the top of the order, Jonathan Evans. The hitters due up here in the 4th. 4-0 Duelers, your score. As the pitch from Mckissick. On a line to deep right. That ball is going to carry, and it's off the wall. That gets past the right fielder, and to second easily is Quincy Smith. A leadoff double for Q. And that will bring in Bryce Cape with a runner in scoring position and nobody down. A chance to add to the Duelers' lead. Cape grounded out to third. Forced play was made at second to end the first. His first time up. Cape will dig in now from Southeast Illinois University in Evansville, Indiana. First pitch. Fouled off behind the plate, 0-1. Bryce wearing number 5 for the Duelers this summer. On deck hitter is the leadoff man, Jonathan Evans. As Jackson Norris has just delivered some new baseballs to Michael Holman. And we have a meeting at the mound between the catcher, Garrett Dennis, and the pitcher, Nathan Mckissick. 0-1 is your count to Bryce Cape. With Quincy Smith on second base and nobody down here in the bottom of inning number 4. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Duelers. No runs, 2 hits, no errors against Jacob Hernandez for the Muhlenberg County Stallions. Cape will dig back in now after the mound visit has commenced. And the 0-1 pitch. And there's strike 2. Nothing in 2 your count to Cape with Smith still on second, nobody down. As the sun is setting above South Warren Ballpark here in Bowling Green on this Monday evening. The 0-2 away, and it gets by the catcher Dennis. Over to third goes Quincy Smith standing up. Now 90 feet away for Quincy from scoring run number 5 for the Duelers. And the count to Cape is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mckissick will make his way back on the rubber. As it appears, Muhlenberg is at least bringing their infield in part way. Trying to cut down a run at the plate if they can. The pitch. On the ground, foul, and the count stays 1-2. Bryce Cape has been pretty effective out of the 9 spot. That's where he's been hitting most of the season for manager Kyle Schexnayder. Put together high-quality at-bats for the most part this season for Bryce. He's down in the count, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, though, to the reliever Nathan Mckissick as the 1-2 pitch on the ground. That was beautifully executed through the hole that was vacated between first and second, and that's an RBI for Bryce Cape. Didn't try to do too much, just poked it through the hole between first and second on the right side, and it's 5-0. Jonathan Evans in the right field spot here, in right field for the Duelers tonight. The leadoff spot in the order will come up now for his third at-bat of the day. A ground out to second and a single for John. So far tonight, your score 5-0. I'll fix that for you on the screen in a moment. First pitch, outside ball 1. Like I was mentioning, Bryce Cape puts together very good at-bats. Doesn't try to do too much. That was an example right there. Just poked it to the right side, and they draw in an infield for an RBI single. He now stands on first with nobody down. Pitch. That one's through the other side, right, or left field side, excuse me, rounding second hard and holding his Cape. It's now first and second with still nobody down. Duelers try to add on some more with Jackson Musrock coming up. First pitch to Musrock with runners first and second. Outside corner, strike 1. Jackson on the day, 0-for-2, a line out to third and a fly out to right. The Memphis shortstop. Right-handed hitter with Cape on second and now Evans on first. Mckissick will step off the rubber for a moment and now climb back up there. Looking to get the sign from his catcher, Dennis. The 0-1 pitch. On the ground, a little topper, a tough play. Mckissick off the mound, over to first in time. That's a nice play by the pitcher out there, fielding his position. But that's a productive out as well for Musrock. Runners at second and third now with only one out. Brings up the 3-hole hitter, Matt Jenkinson. Matt today, 1-for-2 so far, a single and a fly out to left. We'll dig in with a chance with a hit to drive in 2 more, possibly. Runners on second and third now. Cape on third, Evans on second with the 1 out. The pitch. In there, strike 1. The Duelers responding well tonight after their loss to Hoptown. 12-2 was the final last night in the loss. Currently 5-0. Duelers in front of Muhlenberg. Next pitch on the ground, a short run will score. That's an RBI ground out for Jenkinson. Another productive out, drives in the run. This time, Matt Jenkinson does the honors, driving in Cape from third. Jonathan Evans now stands on third with 2 down. It's 6-0. Duelers in front. Jay Curtis, the batter now for the Duelers. So far, 0-for-1 for Jay with a walk. First pitch, away, ball 1. 6-0 the score as the Duelers are in front. Add 2 more here in this 4th inning after 4 in the first. Next pitch. On the outside corner, strike 1 called. 1 ball and 1 strike from Mckissick to Curtis. Jonathan Evans now on third base, 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch is low and away for ball 2. 2-1. The Duelers with a record of 9-5 coming into the game tonight. The Stallions at 5-8. The 2-1 to Curtis. On the ground foul, third base side, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Curtis will take a lap around the batter's box before digging back in. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jay. The University of Dayton. Mainly plays first base and third base, but also can catch. we may see that with the injury, unfortunately, to Evan Kirk the other night. As the next pitch is in there, strike 3 called on the outside corner. Curtis doesn't like it, but he will be sent back to the dugout after the end of inning number 4. The Duelers add 2 more, though, and jump out to a 6-0 lead. As we head to the 5th, stay with us for more Duelers baseball on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in, ready to begin the top of inning number 5. After the Duelers have just added 2 more, a 6-0 lead, and Justin Massingale will be up first for the Stallions here in the 5th. Hernandez back on the mound for his 5th inning of work. First pitch. That ball's hit well deep to left. Back goes Cape. And he will bring it in with his back against the wall for out number 1. Hard hit out, but it's the same result in outs nonetheless for Hernandez to start the inning. Garrett Causey will come up now. First pitch, strike 1. Hernandez has thrown the ball well in all 3 of his starts, this one included, so far this summer for the Duelers. 0-1 pitch, and there's strike 2. I mentioned this earlier, but it's still apparent to me that Hernandez has found a very good rhythm out there on the mound, which I'm sure plays a role in success out there, as the 0-2 pitch is on a line foul, third base side, stays at no balls, 2 strikes. So far for Jacob Hernandez, 4 1/3, 62 pitches, 39 for strikes, 2 hits, no runs, 5 strikeouts, and no walks. The 0-2, he gets the sign from his catcher Grace, shakes a couple of times, and now says yes, and here comes the 0-2. High, ball 1, excuse me. 1-2 your count to the DH Garrett Causey. He is in the 7th spot in the batting order for Muhlenberg. The 1-2. That ball's hit to left. Cape doesn't see it. He will go back and at the last moment make the catch. That's a little scary. You could tell that Bryce threw his hands to his side when the ball was in the air. Like, I don't see it. This is a tough time of night, too, for a ball in the air with the sun just about set, but not completely a black sky quite yet. The ball can get lost in the sky fairly easily at times, and that seemed to be one of those examples where Cape just completely lost it and found it on the way down, had enough time to adjust to make the catch. 2 down for Jakor Watkins, first pitch. Low ball 1. Watkins so far out 3 unassisted in the third inning or second inning. Next pitch is in there, strike 1 from Hernandez. One and one from Hernandez to Jakor Watkins. The pitch. Foul ball, third base side, and it is 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Hernandez with 5 strikeouts, possibly looking to get number 6 right here. We'll see as Watkins, the left-handed hitter, digs back in. The 1-2. That ball's hit to right down the line. Evans on a dive. Can't get it. It's off his glove and into foul territory. Watkins around first. He'll pull into second with ease. A double for Jakor Watkins as the ball trickles away from the Duelers on the infield. Has to be retrieved by Cape. Man on second now with 2 down for the 9-hole hitter Noah Phillips. The first extra base hit of the day given up by Jacob Hernandez right there. And a meeting at the mound between Rashad Grayson, his pitcher, has now come to an end, and Rashad will head back behind the plate. Noah Phillips struck out looking in inning number 3, his first time up. From Frontier Community College in Greenville, Kentucky. First pitch. A little bit low, ball 1. 6-0 Duelers in front here in the top of inning number 5. The pitch. In the air, that will fall down the right field line. 1 run comes home on the bloop single by Noah Phillips. Wasn't hit hard at all, but found green grass, placed perfectly beyond first base and fell in front of the right fielder, Jonathan Evans, for an RBI single, scoring Jakor Watkins. Top of the order now, still 2 down for Garrison Goins. Strikeout and a pop out to second for Garrison today. From the stretch, first pitch from Hernandez. Low ball 1. 1-0 your count to the leadoff man for the Muhlenberg County Stallions. The pitch. And the air to center. In comes Robinson. And he brings it in with a waist-high catch to end the inning. 1 run scores off of Hernandez on a 2-out bloop single. But that is the end of the damage done. Just 1 run, and it's 6-1 Duelers as we head to the bottom of inning number 5 after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in, ready to begin the bottom of the fifth. Rashard Grace, the catcher, the first to dig in against the reliever. Back on for another inning of work. Nathan Mckissick for the Stallions. On the day for Rashard, 2 for 2, brings his average up to 500 on the year, 8 for 16. First pitch, away, ball one. Also an RBI for Rashard. He got that on his first single of the day. That was in inning number 1 to drive in the first run of the ball game. Next pitch, and there's strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Stallions just got their first run of the game on a 2-out bloop single behind first off of Jacob Hernandez in the top of the fifth. Next pitch is in there, strike 2. 2 and 1. Or 1 and 2, geez. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Grace. The on-deck hitter for the Duelers is Rashad Robinson. The pitch, just off the corner. Good take, and it's 2 and 2. Defensively for the Stallions, Dennis behind the plate, Williams at first, Massingale at second, Phillips at short, and Welch at third. As the 2-2 pitch, there's away. Another really good take by Grace, and it's gone from 0-2 to 3-2. Watkins, Goins, and Sosa left to right in the outfield for Muhlenberg in their blue and white uniforms with the gray pants tonight. The 3-2, swing and a miss, and a big swing by Grace, but he's down swinging for the first out in the bottom of the fifth. Rashad Robinson now up, 1 for 2 for Robinson, an RBI single and a fly out to right for Rashad today. First pitch, on the outside corner, strike 1. 0-1 your count to Robinson. Nobody on, 1 out here in the inning. Pitch from Mckissick, and there's strike 2. 0-2. The Duelers, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors through 4+ innings of work. The Stallions, 1 hit, 4 runs, no errors, or 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. Next pitch is outside as Robinson asked for time, wasn't granted time by home plate umpire Michael Holman, but stood in there and took a ball. That seemed to happen a lot yesterday with Micah behind the plate as well. A lot of players asking for time and it wasn't granted. As it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rashad Robinson with 1 down. The pitch, and there's strike 3, and Rashad knew it. He started heading back to his dugout before Micah could even ring him up. Two strikeouts to start this inning for Nathan Mckissick, and Jackson Norris, the DH, will come in now. An RBI single and a strikeout for Jackson. Left-handed hitter. The 7th hitter in the lineup for the Duelers tonight. The pitch is hit in the air, foul, third base side, out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Nobody on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. 6-1 your score. Duelers in front of Muhlenberg County, the first of 2 matchups on the year. The Duelers will head to Greenville, Kentucky to play the Stallions at their place in July, I believe. The pitch. Up ball is hit hard, but well foul first base side this time, and it's 0-2 to Jackson Norris. As Norris is into the box, and he awaits the 0-2. Here it comes. Just misses, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes to Norris. The pitch. Hold foul, first base side. Count holds at 1-2. The Duelers on the road tomorrow night, 6:30 Central start time in Henderson, as they will be playing the Flash, the Duelers and the Flash, tomorrow night before an off day on Wednesday. Then back here at South Warren Thursday, the pitch, low and in, ball 3, 3-2. As Paducah comes back to South Warren for their third matchup in the past week and a half on Thursday. And then Friday we head to Hopkinsville. The pitch. And there's strike 3 called, and Norris heads back to the dugout. The end of the 5th has arrived. 6-1, your score. Duelers in front as we head to the 6th after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. You were really good when you were up here joking around with it in the press box the other day. That's right. Back in to begin the top of the 6th. As the first pitch from Jonathan Burns, the newly entered pitcher for the Duelers, is ball 1. Final line for the Duelers starter Jacob Hernandez is a very impressive one. Once again, 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, no walks, 5 strikeouts. So another tremendous start for Hernandez on the mound. First hitter Jonathan Burns faces is the 2-hole hitter Kevin Sosa. 1-1 is your count. Next pitch. On the ground to short. Jenkinson charges. A quick throw over to first in time, and a nice play by Matt Jenkinson. That was a little harder than he made it look, but made it look easy over there at short for out number 1. Also, defensive changes. Matt Jenkinson moves from third base to shortstop. Rashad Robinson moves from center to third base. And Kelvin Reese is into the game in center field. First pitch is outside ball 1. So Jackson Musrock is out of the game. Kelvin Reese is in Jackson's spot and is the 2-hole hitter in the lineup. The 1-1 is away for ball 2 from Burns. Jonathan from Trevecca Nazarene University. From Christiana, Tennessee. Next pitch is grounded foul, first base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Burns gets a sign from Grace. 2-2 your count. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, a drop third strike. Grace will throw over to first, and he does so in time to Curtis. 2 up and 2 down for Jonathan Burns out of the bullpen. Garrett Dennis will come up now. A single and a strikeout for Garrett today. So far for Jonathan Burns on the season, 2 outings, 6 innings pitched total, 3 hits, 2 runs, none earned, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, and a 0 ERA. 0-1 is your count to the Muhlenberg catcher. Burns' next pitch. Ball is low and away, gets past Grace, and it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike from Burns. Here comes the pitch. Low and away, ball 2. 2-1 your count. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Duelers. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the Muhlenberg County Stallions here tonight so far. So we're in the top of inning number 6. 6-1 your score. Pitch. Away, ball 3. 3-1 now from Burns to Garrett Dennis. The 3-1 pitch. Away for ball 4, and that's a 2-out walk to the Muhlenberg catcher, Garrett Dennis, and Logan Welch will come up now. Burns from the stretch now will get the sign from Grace. And the first pitch. In there, bottom of the zone, strike 1. Dennis on first with 2 down. Jonathan Burns from Trevecca Nazarene on the mound in relief of Jacob Hernandez. Another tremendous start for Jacob. Pitch. And there's strike 2. Nothing in 2 from Burns. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Jonathan Burns ends his first inning of relief with 2 strikeouts, including that one of Logan Welch. And we will head to the bottom of inning number 6 after this, with the Duelers still up 6-1. Would like to take this time to thank our sponsors. They include Franklin Bank and Trust, with 5 branch locations in Franklin, Kentucky and the surrounding area, Franklin Bank is a proud supporter of Duelers baseball. They offer banking services for both personal and business accounts. Give them a call or stop into one of their locations today. Also, Cundall Flooring and Installation. For all your flooring, tile, and backsplash needs, Cundall Flooring is the right choice. Contact Phil Cundall at 931-561-8607 for more information today. Mazatlan Mexican Restaurant and Grill, located at 1403 Nashville Road in Franklin, Mazatlan is a proud supporter of the Duelers. Holly J's Bar and Grill in Franklin, you can find them at 1326 Nashville Road. Holly J's is available for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. We appreciate their continued support of Duelers baseball. El Potrero Cantina and Grill, located at 270 Trotters Lane in Franklin. El Potrero is a proud supporter of the Duelers. Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. If you need mortgage assistance in the Bowling Green area, contact Kellyanne Sanders at 270-421-3157 today. Back end, ready to go. As Quincy Smith will be the first one up to face the relief pitcher, Nathan Mckissick for Muhlenberg. First pitch, swung on and missed, strike one. Smith on today, or so far today, 2 for 2 with an RBI single, and a double for Quincy. The 0-1, swing and a miss, strike two. Mckissick is the second pitcher on the day for Muhlenberg after the starter Manny Webb only went 3 innings. Mckissick, the 0-2. Fouled off, and Quincy stays alive. Webb, their starter, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And Mckissick has given up 2. Those came in inning number 4. The 0-2. Low and away, ball 1, excuse me. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Quincy Smith. On deck hitter is the 9-hole hitter Bryce Cape. The 1-2. In the air to center. As a nice catch is made out there by the center fielder. That is Garrison Goins for out number 1. Bryce Cape now up. An RBI single and a ground out. 5-4 on the ground out. So 1 for 2 for Bryce today. First pitch. In there on the corner, strike 1 called. Bryce Cape, born and raised in Evansville, Indiana. The outfielder and left today, as he's been most of the season. Next pitch. Over to first. Caught in the air by the first baseman Williams, and that's out number 2. Now the leadoff man, Jonathan Evans, to the plate. 2 for 3 for Evans, 2 singles and a ground out to second. We're at the bottom of inning number 6 from South Warren Ballpark. Again, my name is Sam Reeves. Thank you all for joining us for another edition of Duelers Baseball. Up here in the press box with, of course, Jay Sutherland running the PA and the official scorekeeper alongside Mark Castle, Isidro Jimenez, and Gage Kaufman as well. They all have their roles, as Izzy and Gage are helping me with the cameras. Mark is running the scoreboard tonight, so we appreciate their help on their days off. As it's 1-1, the next pitch is in there. Strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to John Evans. Jonathan has been hitting the ball much better of late. was talking to him the other day, and he said once he gets hot, he stays hot, and he's been hitting the ball fairly well lately after a cold start to the year, and I might have just jinxed it. That's a strikeout. I'll take the blame on that one, as that is the end of the inning on the strikeout, as we'll head to the seventh inning of play. Still 6-1 your score, Duelers in front, as we head to inning number 7 after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. We'd like to continue to thank our sponsors. They include Peekaview Imaging. Whether it's 2D, 3D, or 4D ultrasounds, Peekaview is the place to go for your imaging needs. You can find them at 107 Roby Street in Franklin. We appreciate their support of Duelers Baseball. Also, SureStay Hotel, Bowling Green North. Located at 700 Interstate Drive in Bowling Green, Kentucky, SureStay by Best Western is the official hotel of the Duelers. If you're coming into town, be sure to check them out. Wildfire Barbecue. Check them out at 105 State Street in Franklin. They're available for dine-in or carry-out and have been serving delicious barbecue in the region for over 20 years. They are the official barbecue restaurant of Duelers Baseball. Woody's Glove Repair. Located in Franklin, Woody's brings old baseball gloves back to life and gives new ones a custom look. They offer relacing, repair, and break-in services. Take your glove to the next level with Woody's Glove Repair. First pitch is in there to Justin Massingale against Jonathan Burns on for his second inning of relief. Top of the 7th. Next pitch is outside. Ball 1. 1-1 your count. Massingale on the day. 1 for 2. A single and a fly out to left. The pitch from Burns is low and away and off the glove of Grace into the backstop. It is 2 balls and 1 strike. On deck is the DH Garrett Causey, as Massingale, the right-handed hitter, digs in to face Burns with a 2-1 count. 6-1 the score, top of the 7th from South Warren. The pitch swung on and missed, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So far for Jonathan Burns, 2 strikeouts in the 4 batters he's faced so far in his first inning of relief. 1 pitch away from another one. Here it comes. On the ground, foul. Count holds at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Justin Massingale, the second baseman for Muhlenberg. Burns gets his sign. The 2-2. In the air, a pop-up. Out of play, foul, and we will do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of inning number 7, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for Muhlenberg, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Franklin Duelers, and a 6-run lead for your Duelers here in the 7th. Another 2-2 coming from Burns. Fouled off, and Massingale stays alive at 2-2. The Duelers looking to snap a 2-game losing streak after losses at Du Bois County and here against Hoptown. 2-2. Thought about a swing and didn't go. It's now 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes, a full count to Justin Massingale. Jonathan Burns, the payoff on the way. On the ground, shortstop Jenkinson, long throw, not in time. Massingale beats it out. It's an infield single to start the 7th for Muhlenberg. Garrett Causey, the designated hitter, will be next to the plate. 0 for 2 for Garrett today. A fly out to center and a fly out to left. Burns looking to possibly roll up a double play right here. Causey from the University of Southern Indiana. From the stretch, Burns' first pitch. Runner takes off. Grace will throw down to second. Not in time. A head first dive in safely is Justin Massingale. He's in scoring position now with nobody down. As the count is, I believe, 1-0 to the hitter. The pitch from Burns. It's in there, strike one. Garrett Causey, the 7-hole hitter, the DH for Muhlenberg tonight. Managed by Mark Silva. 1-1. Look back at second. The next pitch. On the ground to third. Thought about the second. Will instead go to first. And I guess you cannot. Why did I say thought about second? That doesn't make any sense. That's my bad. I was thinking there was still a runner on first, but he just stole second. So, of course, you just look him back to the bag, as Robinson did successfully, and then fired over to first for the first out of the inning. 5-3 on the ground out for Jakar Watkins now. 1 for 2, a double and a ground out, 3 unassisted. First pitch, outside ball 1. The Duelers in their all blue look again tonight with the blue pants, blue jerseys trimmed in red and gray with the blue numerals and lettering. Muhlenberg County in the red and white uniforms with the gray pants. The pitch, outside ball 2. 2-0 from Jonathan Burns to Jakar Watkins. The pitch, fouled straight back, and it's 2-1. Our score, Duelers 6, Stallions 1, as we are in the top of inning number 7. Justin Massingale stands on second base, with 1 down. Look back at second as Burns comes off the rubber. Now back up on the slab, and he'll do it again at 2-1. The pitch, outside ball 3. A little bit more trouble throwing strikes this inning for Burns than he had in his first inning of relief back an inning ago. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. The pitch, just off the outside corner, and that's a walk. Now 2 on with 1 out. First and second for Noah Phillips, the 9-hole batter. Phillips on the day, 1 for 2, an RBI single and a strikeout looking. Both against Jacob Hernandez. This Duelers started tonight. Throw back to second. It's off the glove, and a throw to second is not in time. It goes all the way off the mound and right into the lap of Rashard Grace. Well, that will go as an error, I believe, on the pitcher Burns. That's technically a wild throw to allow the runners to advance. So, yes, that would be an error on Burns. The first error of the day on the Duelers is Kyle Schexnayder is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. This is unusual because usually Jacob Snyder, the pitching coach, does that. But now it's Schexnayder out there talking to his pitcher Burns. I think this was just a spur-of-the-moment decision as Schexnayder just took it upon himself to go out to the mound. Conversation over, and Kyle will make his way back to his third base dugout. I think that's the first time all year that Kyle has went out to speak to one of his pitchers on the mound during a game anyways. It's usually reserved for the pitching coach, but Kyle took it upon himself as the head coach to take charge that time, and a pop-up into or behind third base, and over goes the third baseman Robinson to make the catch for out number 2. Garrison Goins, the leadoff hitter, now up. Goins will dig in. 2 down, second and third. The pitch, high ball 1. Runners on second and third for Garrison Goins, the leadoff hitter, facing Jonathan Burns. Goins 0 for 3 on the day. A fly out to center, a pop out to second, and a strikeout. Pitch, away, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Here in the top of inning number 7. Again, my name is Sam Reeves, here with you from South Warren Ballpark in Bowling Green, Kentucky. The Duelers and the Stallions of Muhlenberg County. The matchup this evening, 2-0 the count and the pitch. Inside corner, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Garrison Goins. Justin Massingale, the runner on third base. Jacor Watkins on second. The pitch fouled off third base side, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Burns is 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam. As Goins out of the box for a moment, the left-handed hitter steps back in now and awaits the 2-2. On the way. Inside, and a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes for Jonathan. It's a big pitch in this ball game. A 3-2 count to the leadoff man for Muhlenberg with runners second and third and 2 outs. The payoff from Burns. Here it comes. Swung on, fouled off, and we'll do it again at 3-2. Count holds at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three and 2 from Burns. On the way to Goins. The pitch and the dirt. Throw to the plate. Not in time. A run will score, and that's a walk as well. So now runners first and third. It's 6-2 now, your score. With runners first and third for Kevin Sosa. Sosa on the day, 0 for 3. A ground out to short, a ground out to second, and a fly out to right. Burns from the stretch against Sosa, first and third, 2 outs. The pitch. Fouled off, 0-1. Burns trying to limit the damage to only 1 run here in this inning. The Duelers still hold a 4-run lead at 6-2 here in the top of inning number 7. Runner takes off from first. A foul ball, first base side, and he'll have to retreat back to first base. That is Garrison Goins on first base, and now Jacor Watkins on third. Burns, the second pitcher of the night for the Duelers, as the 0-2 is outside ball 1. Following Jacob Hernandez, the Duelers starter, the native of Houghton, Louisiana. Tremendous 5 innings of work for Hernandez. The 1-2 from Burns on the way. Outside, throw down to second, not in time. Runner takes off to score as the ball goes into center field. Run will score. And the runner moves up, Garrison Goins, all the way to third base. So a stolen base for Goins and an error on Grace allows him to go to third. That's the Duelers' second error of the night. 2-2 your count still to Sosa. The pitch. Up the middle, off the glove of Burns and into center field. A third run will score. Make it 6-3. That's 6-4 now after the run on the wild pitch and now the single. All of this coming with 2 outs. Man, the Duelers all of a sudden were dominating this game, just an inning to go. And now only with a 2-run cushion. Brandon Williams for first baseman. First pitch, ball 1. Six to 4 now the score. Runner on first base. That is Sosa after his RBI single. Brandon Williams, the first baseman, now in the box. Pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Williams has the hat trick today. 3 strikeouts. Strikeout looking in the first and 2 strikeouts swinging in the fourth and the sixth. Looking to avoid the golden sombrero. 1-1 the pitch. And he will avoid the golden sombrero. That ball is into short left. In comes Cape to bring it down, and the inning is finally over. Not before, though. The Stallions get 3 runs across and cut into the lead. It's still the Duelers up, though, now by 2. 6-4 your score as we head to the bottom of the 7th after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in, ready for the bottom of the 7th. 6-4 now your score. First pitch in there, strike 1. Next one is ball number 1 to Kelvin Reese in his first at bat of the day. Took over in center field earlier, Reese, the NABC All-Star from Stillman College. 1-1. On a line into center, maybe. Cut off by the shortstop. Throw to first. In time to get him. Nice play out there by Phillips. I was very confident that ball would find center. It did not. As Phillips cut it off right in front of the second base bag. And a nice throw to get the speedy Kelvin Reese for out number 1. Matt Jenkinson will now dig in. First pitch from Mckissick to Matt, and there's strike one. Matt so far today, 1 for 3 with an RBI ground out to go along with a single and a fly out to left. Jenkinson now in at shortstop, as Musrock was taken out of the game earlier. The pitch is swung on and missed. It's now 1-2 to Jenkinson. On deck hitter is Jay Curtis for the Duelers. One out, nobody on. Mckissick gets his sign and the pitch. Fouled off first base side. Count holds at 1-2 strikes to Jenkinson. Bottom of the 7th after the Stallions had 3 runs in the top half of this inning. It's now 6-4. Duelers still in front, but now only up 2. The pitch missed, and it's 2-2. Just off the corner. Believe that Dennis, the catcher, thought he had strike 3, but home plate umpire Michael Holman says no. 2-2 your count. The pitch. In the air to center. Over goes the center fielder Goins to bring it down for out number 2. Jay Curtis will be the batter now for the Duelers. Curtis over 2 with a walk today. Curtis, the big right-hander from New Orleans, Louisiana. Pitch. Fouled off first base side behind the plate, and it's 0-1. As Jay will take a lap around the box and dig back in. Hit 283 last season for the University of Dayton. Hitting the ball pretty well so far for the Duelers this summer. The 0-1. In the air, a pop-up. Fouled off out of play. It's 0-2. Now your line scores 6 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for the Duelers. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the visiting Stallions. 0-2 the count from Nathan Mckissick to Jay Curtis. And the pitch. Low and away in the dirt. It's 1-2. If Curtis can reach, the catcher Rashad Grace will be next up to the plate. 2 outs and nobody on, though, for the Duelers. Bottom 7. The 1-2 on the way. Hits the outside corner, strike 3 called, and Curtis is set down looking to end the 7th. We head to the 8th. Duelers 6, Stallions 4. We'll be back with more Duelers baseball after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. We'd like to continue to thank our sponsors. They include Heidi Barks Photography. You can find Heidi at Heidi Barks Photography on social media to check out some of her work. Contact her via email at HeidiBarksPhotos@gmail.com. That is HeidiBarks Photos@gmail. Or call 270-999-7240 to schedule your next shoot. Also, Fresh Squeezed Goods. For customized laser cut and engraved gifts, Fresh Squeezed Goods is the place to go. Visit freshsqueezedgoods.com to start a custom order today. Also, Franklin Bank and Trust. With 5 branch locations in Franklin, Kentucky and the surrounding area, Franklin Bank is a proud supporter of Duelers Baseball. They offer banking services for both personal and business accounts. Give them a call or stop in to one of their locations today. A new pitcher for the Duelers. The third on the night is Jacob Lassier from the University of North Georgia. Final line in relief for Jonathan Burns. 2 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs. Only 1 earned, though, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. Jacob Lassier from UNG will come to the rubber now. And on the season for Jacob, 3 appearances, 2 saves, 2-0 in save opportunities, 5 innings of work, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, an ERA of 5.40 for Lassier this summer so far. First man he faces is Garrett Dennis, the catcher. The 1-0 is inside, ball 2. Around the infield for the Duelers here in the top of inning number 8. Gray still behind the plate. Curtis at first. Quincy Smith, the second baseman. Matt Jenkinson at short. Rashad Robinson at third base. 2-0. A pop-up. Quincy Smith calls off Curtis and brings it down, 1 out. In the outfield for the Duelers, it's Bryce Cape at left, Kelvin Reese now in center, and Jonathan Evans still in right field. Logan Welch, the third baseman, digs in now. 0 for 3 for Logan. A fly out to left, a fly out to center, and a strikeout. Pitch from Jacob is in there, strike 1. Oh, and 1, the pitch from Lassier. Swung on and missed. It's in a good spot. Inside corner and a swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 the count to the third baseman, Jacob Lassier. Pitch. As it's a foul ball off the end of the bat. And it's still 0-2. Oh, 2, here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jacob Lassier with a K to his name for out number 2. Jacob Massingale, or Justin Massingale, now up to the plate. 2 for 3, 2 singles and a fly out to left. Lassier, 2 outs, nobody on. Pitch. High ball 1. Next pitch. On a line foul. 1 ball and 1 strike your count to Justin Massingale. On deck hitter, if Justin can reach, is the DH Garrett Causey. In the 8th, 6-4 pitch, just off the corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Grace tried to frame it, but Micah wouldn't give it to him back there, the home plate umpire. 2 balls, 1 strike pitch. Inside, ball 3. Last one missed just away. Next one, or this past pitch, missed just in. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike to Justin Massingale. Second baseman today for Muhlenberg County. 3-1. Well, that's a good spot. Inside corner. 3-2 now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on in the 8th. Duelers up 2, 6-4. Jacob Lassier with a full count to Massingale. The payoff pitch. Popped it up. Quincy Smith is there to bring it down and end the inning. After 7.5, the Duelers 6. And the Stallions 4. Back with the bottom half after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in, bottom of inning number 8, the Duelers clinging to a 2-run lead, 6-4 your score. Rashad Grace, the hitter, on to still face the first reliever, Nathan Mckissick, who's on for his 5th inning of work out of the bullpen. First pitch to Grace is ball 1. Next one. An ugly swing for strike 1, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So far for Nathan Mckissick, 4 innings of work, 3 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned, 6 strikeouts, no walks. The 1-1. Away for ball 2. 2-1 your count. On deck for the Duelers is Rashad Robinson, 2-1. On a line over first, and that's fair. Another hit for Rashad Grace, and he is now 3 for 4 and is hitting over 500 on the year. What a hot start from the plate for Rashad Grace. Very impressive. And now Rashad Robinson will try to follow up. For Robinson today, 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the first. Also a fly out to right and a strikeout. Pitch. And there's strike 1. The Stallions only on their second pitcher of the night after their starter, Manning Webb, only went 3 innings. This is McKissick's 5th inning of work in relief. 0-1 pitch. That ball's in the air, and that will fall in no man's land. And it's off Rashard's foot. Thank you to the guys up here in the press box to keep me in check. I didn't see that one cleanly. It's off Rashard's foot, and that is a hit by pitch. That ball had a crazy bounce all the way out by second base. So it's now first and second. For Norris, what in the world? Hold on. Yes, that last play was confusing. Let me get to the bottom of that, and I'll report back in a That's okay. What I did not see is that hit Renard Grace, the runner, between first and second, so he is out. And that's a hit for Rashad Robinson, because if Grace wasn't there, that would have been a single through the hole between first and second. So a single for Robinson. Grace is out as he's hit on the base paths. Throw back to first. Robinson dives in safely. So now runner on first. That's Robinson taking the place of Grace with one down now. Hit number 2 on the day for Rashad. Jackson Norris now the hitter. 1 for 3. 1-0. On a line over the shortstop's head and into left center. Around second, on the way to third comes Robinson. He's in there safely. And a single for Jackson Norris to left center. Makes it first and third with one down. Nice piece of hitting by Norris. That's his second hit of the day. Quincy Smith now to the box. Quincy Smith the hitter. Runners first and third, one down. Pitch. Ball 1. Want to know your count to Quincy Smith, and now a meeting at the mound by the head coach and manager, Kevin Silva, and his catcher. That is Garrett Dennis. Will that be the end of the day for Mckissick? We'll find out. As the entire infield is now on the mound, as Quincy Smith is awaiting at the plate, talking to home plate umpire Michael Holman to pass the time. As the Jeopardy theme song is being hummed in the press box up here, Michael Holman might have heard it and is coming out to the mound. He didn't really hear it, but he essentially says, "You're taking too long, let's go." And the conference has broken up. Another mound visit used by Muhlenberg. Silva goes back to his dugout. 1-1 the count. With one out. The pitch to Quincy Smith. High, ball 2. 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to Quincy. On the day for Q. 2 for 3. The 2-0 pitch from Mckissick. Swung on and missed on a foul tip, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike now. Runner at third is Rashad Robinson. Runner at first is the DH Jackson Norris. With one down here in the bottom of the 8th, Duelers 6, Muhlenberg County 4. Your score. The 2-1. Misses, ball 3. Good take by Quincy Smith right there, and he's got a good hitter's count now at 3-1 with one down. He's back in the box, left-handed hitter. Mckissick looks in to get the sign, and the 3-1. Strike, a throw over to third is into left field. 1 run scores, Norris to second. Not in time, he's safe. And an error on the catcher, Dennis, on the overthrow to third. It's the 7th run for the Duelers. Norris into second. And it's 3-2 now. The count to Quincy Smith at the plate. "3-2. Pitch. Outside, ball 4 and a walk. A walk to Quincy Smith makes it first and second. Bryce Cape the hitter. It's now 7-4 your score. I'll fix that for you. It appears they're going to leave him in. A pinch runner for Jackson Norris. I believe that's Treyan Dorsett. As Kyle Schexnayder's looking at Jackson's hand. He might have jammed it going into second sliding there. Hopefully everything's okay with Jackson. As he slowly makes his way back to the dugout. And that is Trey Dorsett. And at the DH spot now, pinch hitting for Jackson Norris. He's on second, Quincy Smith on first. Pitch. Away to Bryce Cape, ball one. The 1-0. Away to Cape, and it's 2-0. Dorsett, the runner on second. Quincy Smith, the runner on first, as Duelers have tried multiple double steals. This might be a good pairing with the runners on the base pass to try it again. Pitch. And there's strike one. Duelers have definitely been aggressive on the base pass with their coaching staff this season. And for the most part, it's worked out well. 2-1 the count to Bryce Cape, the left fielder. Pitch. Just misses, and it's 3-1. 3-1 to Bryce. Right-handed hitter against Nathan Mckissick. Gets his sign from Dennis. Pitch. Fouled off. 3-2. Full count now to Bryce Cape. We'll take a deep breath out of the box and now step back in. Three balls and two strikes with one out. First and second for the Duelers. Full count pitch. On the ground, a third. Tough play. It's off the third baseman's glove. The bases are loaded now. And that's a border. Well, we're going to say that's a hit. We're going to give that a hit. Okay. Bryce Cape is the runner. He's quick. Yeah, we'll give it a hit. That's fine. It's close. We'll give it a hit. That's a stretch, but we're going to give it a hit. The official scorers love the home team here, so we're going to give it a hit. But that will be the end of the day for Nathan Mckissick. With the bases loaded, one out, he leaves after 4+ innings of work out of the bullpen. A new pitcher for the Stallions is Henry Thornton. Henry Thornton, the new pitcher from East Central Community College. And Union, Mississippi, the left-hander will come in to pitch. A very tall and thin lefty on the mound with the high blue socks. Final line on the day for Nathan Mckissick in relief. 4 1/3, although the runners on the base pass are all his, so I'll wait to finish the run tally to not jinx anything. 4+ innings of work, ended with 78 pitches out of the bullpen. 52 for strikes. 78 pitches, 52 for strikes out of the bullpen for Mckissick. And he gives way now to Henry Thornton with the bases loaded and one out. The first batter that Thornton will face is the leadoff man, Jonathan Evans. It appears we'll have a pinch hitter, though. That looks like Jared Grenz. That is indeed Jared Grenz, pinch hitting for the starter Jonathan Evans in right field. He'll come up with the bases loaded, a chance to do some serious damage and break this thing wide open. It's currently 7-4 Duelers in front by 3, in the 8th inning. Grant's pinch hitting for Evans for his first AB of the day. Jared started last night and went 0 for 4, but was good in his first start of the year. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. I understand this move completely strategically by manager Kyle Sexner. You pull the left-handed hitter against the left-handed pitcher and put in a righty, so that's a better matchup statistically at least. But it's 0-2 to Jared Grenz. The Cody, Wyoming native attends Colorado Mesa University. Behind the count 0-2 to the newly entered Henry Thornton. Tall lefty calls for time and asks for his catcher to re-go through the signs again. 0-2. And the dirt blocked nicely by Dennis. That's 1-2. Grenz will likely stay in the game in right field. Defensively, in the 9th inning, as it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch was a ball, so it evens it up at 2-2. 7-4 your score. Pitch. Swing and a miss by Grenz. The second out of the inning. First strikeout in the first batter face from Henry Thornton. Kelvin Reese, maybe a chance for his second homer of the year. Has the bases loaded. We'll see. 2 outs, first pitch. And there's strike 1 on the corner from Thornton. Bottom of the 8th, 7-4. Chance to add on for the Duelers in the 8th. Pitch. Inside, and it hits Kelvin Reese. Another run scores, this one in the form of Treyan Dorsett. That is now 9-4. Bases still loaded for Matt Jenkinson. I haven't updated since it was 7. This is now 8-4, not 7. The hit by pitch, of course, only scores 1 run. 8-4, bases still loaded for Jenkinson. First pitch. Away, ball 1. Runner at first is Kelvin Reese. Runner at second, Bryce Cape. Runner at third is Quincy Smith. Bases loaded, 2 down for Matt Jenkinson. Time called at the plate, and Dennis will go talk to his pitcher. 8 runs, 14 hits. 2 errors for the Duelers. The bats are swinging very well tonight. 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Stallions of Muhlenberg County. Grenz, after the strikeout to Jared, gives way to Jenkinson, and it's 1-0 to Matt. He'll dig back in. Bases loaded, 2 down. Henry Thornton, the lefty. The pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1. 1-1. Jenkinson back in there. 1-1 pitch. Away, ball 2. The 2-1 with 2 outs to Jenkinson. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 2. As Jenkinson probably just swung at ball 3. But it's 2-2 to Matt. Bases loaded, 2 down. 8-4 your score, bottom of the 8th. Duelers in front. Thornton's 2-2. Inside and low, ball 3. A nice pick back there by Dennis. Saves a run. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs to Matt Jenkinson with the bases loaded. Big pitch here from Thornton. On the way, here it comes. Swing and a miss, strike 3 at ball 4. Jenkinson swings and misses, and that will end the 8th. But we head to the 9th. Duelers 3 outs away after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Top of the 9th, 3 outs away from a Duelers victory. Jacob Lassier on for a second inning work. First pitch is, did he go? No. Ball 1 to Garrett Causey, the DH. On the day for Garrett, 0 for 3. Pitch on the corner, strike 1. Lassier 2-0 on saves, looking to get his 3rd here tonight, although it's a 4-run game, so technically without the tying run on, you cannot pick up a save. It may become a save opportunity, though. Swing and a miss, strike 2. One and 2 from Jacob Lassier to Garrett Causey. Top of the 9th, nobody down. 8-4 your score. Duelers in front. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Jacob Lassier sits down Causey on strikes. 1 up, 1 down. Top of the 9th. Jakor Watkins in now. First pitch from Lassier to Watkins. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Oh, 1. Pitch. Just misses. One and 1 as that pitch just missed the outside corner. The 1-1. In there, strike 2. That's pretty much the same spot, but different result on the call. 1 and 2. Lassier looks to pick up another K. We'll see if he can get it ahead in the count. 1 and 2 to Watkins. The pitch. Inside almost hits him. Gets out of the way. It's 2 and 2 now. On deck for the Stallions is Noah Phillips, the shortstop. 2-2. Lassier gets the sign from Grace. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 2 up and 2 down with 2 strikeouts for Jacob Lassier in the top of the 9th, and the Duelers are 1 out away from a victory. Make that 3 strikeouts on the day for Jacob. Picked up 1 last inning, and now 2 for 2 on Ks to the 2 batters he faced in the 9th. Looks to make it an even sweep with strikeouts as he faces Noah Phillips now. First pitch. Fouled off, strike 1.
I'll be perfect. I get a solo blast or a bench one.
0-1. Fouled off, strike 2. 1 strike away now for Jacob Lassier. Duelers 8. Stallions 4. The 0-2 from Lassier. Low, good take. Ball 1. One ball and 2 strikes to Noah Phillips. 1 strike away are the Duelers. Here it is. Just misses. Low and away. Ball 2. 2-2 to Phillips. Two balls, 2 strikes. Lassier to Noah Phillips. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Well, that'll do it. Your final score. The Duelers 8, Stallions 4 from South Warren Ballpark, and the Franklin Duelers improve on the year to 10-5. The 10th win on the season for manager Kyle Schexnader and crew, defeating the Stallions 8-4. Your final. On the road tomorrow, 6:30 start time, Central Time in Henderson against the Flash. Thank you to Gage Kaufman as he exits the building for his help. Also thanks to Mark Castle and Isidro Jimenez for their assistance tonight as well. Jay Sutherland, can't forget about him over there. PA and Game Changer scorekeeper. Another tremendous job up here for Jace tonight. That'll do it. Win goes to Jacob Hernandez. Tremendous outing for Jacob again. 5 innings of work, 4 hits, 1 run. No walks and 5 strikeouts. Jonathan Burns followed up, and then Jacob Lassier pitched the final 2 innings and pitched those 2 very effectively as well. The losing pitcher in this one is the starter for the Stallions, Manning Webb, who went 3 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. He takes a loss. No save in this ball game. So that'll do it from South Warren High School. For Sam Reeves, thank you all for listening. We'll be back tomorrow at 6:30 Central Time from Henderson for the Flash and the Duelers in what should be a tremendous ball game. Once again, Duelers improved to 10-5 on the year after the 8-4 victory tonight against the Muhlenberg County Stallions. Thank you for listening, everybody, and have a tremendous rest of your Monday evening.